Hey everyone, I'm Sharad. Welcome back to my channel. In the last video, you joined me as I explored Agartala, the capital city of Tripura State. But the journey doesn't stop there, because beyond Agartala lies a world of hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Today, I will take you along to see the places I visited during my journey and how I spent my second day. So let's step out and continue this adventure together. After resting well from exploring Agartala the previous day, I still struggled to get out of bed, even after snoozing through multiple alarms. But eventually, I shook off the laziness and got ready for another day of adventure. I started my bike and headed to the Sri Jagannath temple to seek blessings before leaving the city. After parking my bike and stepping inside, I was surrounded by a calm, spiritual atmosphere that set the perfect tone for my prayers. Built in the 19th century by the Manikya dynasty, this temple lies within the Ujanta Palace grounds and is dedicated to Lord Jagannath, Balabhadra, and Subhadra. It's admired for its unique architecture, a fusion of the Ekaratna and Chala styles infused with Indo Islamic and Nagara elements. I stepped outside and grabbed a cup of tea from the roadside stall, only to realize the sugar was way too high. To burn it off, I wandered into this nearby park for a quick walk. That's when I spotted these outdoor fitness equipments and immediately started using them. I kept switching from one equipment to another as if I could magically lose all my belly fat in just 10 minutes. Honestly, I looked less like a fitness freak and more like a kid having fun in a playground. After catching a glimpse of the Ujjanta Palace, beautifully reflecting on the Rajbari Lake, I slowly made my way out of the park. Before leaving, I paused at the water's edge, sat for 10 minutes admiring the view. I exited the palace vicinity and started heading towards my homestay to collect my backpack. But before that, I made a quick stop at a mechanic to fix my loose bike chain, fill the tires with air, and tighten the brakes. I crossed the ISKCON temple and Gedu Mia's mosque along the way and stopped for breakfast at Mama Tiffin House, where I had paratha and sabji. Having the breakfast felt heavenly since I had skipped my dinner the previous day. With a full stomach, I felt energetic as I started my bike heading southwards from Agartala. On the way, I paused for a few minutes to watch a local cricket match being played at Jogendranagar. The players were giving it their all, but as I wasn't feeling good standing too long under the sun, I exited the venue and continued my journey. Continuing my journey southwards via the Agartala Sabroom Road, I took a right onto the Kamlasagar Road. The drive was refreshing with green trees lining the sides. And with no vehicles on the way, I sped my bike and enjoyed the ride with this music running in my mind. After riding a total of 26 kilometers, I reached my destination. I stopped my bike near the Kamlasagar Lake, a man-made lake created in the 15th century by King Danyamanikya. The Kasba Kalibari temple, dedicated to goddess Kali, is built on a small hillock. The temple overlooks the lake and has been a place of devotion for centuries. I started walking the uphill path to the temple and entered its premises. After offering my prayers, I sat quietly in the temple vicinity for some time, along with the people performing offerings for puja. The atmosphere was calm and devotional, making it a peaceful pause in the journey. I put on my shoes and started walking towards the lake. What made this spot interesting is its position near the Bangladesh border. The lake itself is surrounded by Indo-Bangladesh border on three sides. From here, you can clearly see the railway lines across the border and even watch trains passing through Bangladesh. It's a unique experience standing here in India while observing everyday life on a different country just across the line. I spent some time around the lake enjoying the duck swimming and taking photos with my camera. A few kids across the Bangladesh border were waving at me with cheerful smiles. But since there were Indian military guards patrolling near the fence, asking people not to communicate across, I didn't wave back. It was a quiet reminder of how close the two countries are here, yet how carefully the border is being watched. I left Kamla Sagar with the border fence on my left and rode towards Boxanagar. On the way, I stopped at a tea estate, sat under a tree, and enjoyed the calmness before moving on. The empty road through the estate felt refreshing, and with no mobile network, I had to trust my intuition to navigate. Further ahead, I saw a group of women standing in a line blocking the road. At first, I was confused, and the language barrier made it harder since they spoke only Bengali. From a few words, I understood there was a temple festival nearby and they were collecting money from people heading that way. I explained I was going to Boxer Nagar, not the temple. After some effort, they understood and suggested another route, so I decided to follow their direction. Soon, I reached the Bisalga Boxanagar road and took a right. Along the way, I spotted a beautiful pond, stopped to take some photos, and enjoyed the view. After riding for a few more minutes, I finally arrived at Boxanagar. Boxanagar is a quiet village near the Bangladesh border known for its ancient Buddhist ruins. The site has a large brick stupa, prayer hall, and monastery dating back more than 1,000 years. Maintained by the Archaeological Survey of India, there is no entry fee to visit. With no crowd present, exploring the ruins felt even more peaceful. It was already 2:30 pm and hunger was setting in, but I hadn't come across any place to eat. So I decided to push ahead to my next destination before sunset. I raced towards Melagar, parked my bike, paid 50 rupees and boarded a ferry across Rudrasagar Lake. The ride was magical, the calm waters reflecting the evening sky as the sun slowly dipped lower. Surrounded by the golden glow, with the lake shimmering all around, the view itself felt unforgettable. Near Mahal rose in the distance, but it was the sunset over the lake that truly left me in awe. I got down from the ferry and started walking towards Nir Mahal. Built in 1930 by Maharaja Veer Bikram Kishore Manikya Bahadur, Neer Mahal was once the royal family's summer retreat, blending Hindu and Mughal styles into a masterpiece. Standing in the middle of Rudrasagar Lake, it is the largest water palace in India and a symbol of Tripura's royal past. I walked around the palace, quietly enjoyed the sunset and the landscapes surrounding me. Views like this make you forget time itself. At one point, I almost cried. It felt like one of the most beautiful moments in my travel history. I captured photos and even a time lapse of the sunset before heading back, as this was the last ferry to the Melagar jetty. On the way, I was lucky enough to get the front seat of the boat. Stretching my tired legs, I admired my decision to visit Nir Mahal in the evening. It couldn't have been more perfect. After reaching the jetty, I called around for nearby stays, but everything was full. I didn't want to travel too far since I hoped to see the palace again in daylight. So I set off towards Sonamura, a border town close to Komila city in Bangladesh, hoping I would find a place to stay for the night. I reached Sonamura and checked into a guest house. For 600 rupees, I got myself a single cot room. By 8 p.m., hunger had already taken over, so I walked to a eatery just a few meters from the guest house. Since I had skipped lunch, I ordered a fish thali and a chicken biryani, and trust me, I devoured them like I hadn't seen food in days. You'll see the time lapse of me finishing it all in no time. To wash it down, I tried a local drink recommended by a fellow diner. After a quick chat with the eatery owner about where I was from, I strolled through the streets. On my way back, I met Ansar Ali, a local of the town and mountaineering instructor from the National Institute of Mountaineering and Adventure Sports in Arunachal Pradesh. We spoke for an hour about travel, adventures, and life. He even suggested me a route map to explore Tripura in the coming days. Finally, I bid him goodbye, returned to my room around 10 p.m., and fell asleep, excited to wake up early for a brand new day of adventure. Thanks for watching. I'll meet you again in the day 3 vlog. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for more adventures and follow me on Instagram.